Hello, everybody. It is my weird week, and it is definitely going to be a weird week.
Welcome July underscore 138.
I get it. I get the pain trying to end you. I have been having very lovely doses of Tylenol, actually Midol, because if I'm gonna suffer, I'm gonna have my NSAID, I'm gonna have my acetaminophen, and my caffeine all rolled into one in a pill labeled "fuck around and find out." Oh, I'm feeling pretty good these past few days, and it's probably the painkiller. Oh my goodness, it caught me doing a small color that I'm gonna try to finish before I move on to the color de jour, which is going to be this one. I know. They need to. People need to get over themselves about well-controlled opiates, and I don't say that lightly. I do not say that lightly. Please understand, I don't say that lightly. But there are legitimately people in this world who do not respond to NSAIDs and acetaminophen. One of my bosses was allergic to NSAIDs. I forget. Oh my goodness. I forget its technical name, but Aleve is not an NSAID or a acetaminophen. Aleve is not either one of those medications. It's starts with an N. It's generic name. And it's not NSAID. Yes. Is naproxen an NSAID? I don't think it is. If so, I have to go through. If it is, I have a lot of meds and a lot of doctors to inform. Because I have a few residents who take it with. I'll have to look it up. No, now you got me questioning my knowledge. But I also have a lot rattling around in my brain, and you're probably right. Okay. Thank you for doing my research for me. You know I would have hopped off and looked it up, because I need to be correct. I do not need to be right. I think that's like my beef of the world is I do not need to be right, people. I need to be correct. I don't deal with that.
Welcome Books Council.
What? Huh? Oh. Huh? We're gonna go through all the guttural noises till the from Home Improvement. My pupper cam is down. It's just it decided to tell me to truck all the way off, so I'd love to show you. Let's see, maybe it's working? Maybe. we go. Okay. Today was ear day for Mr. Czar. That is Mr. Czar. Yeah, and I get that. Like, I try to be very aware of the. I try to be aware of the things and the stuff and the things, but sometimes I'm not. But it was ear day for Mr. Czar, and he was not appreciative. But he likes that his ear doesn't hurt anymore, so I guess he kind of is appreciative. Like, it's a mixed. Oh, oh yes. I am not fully awake yet. I'm not fully awake yet, and I posted a TikTok video. Those are always fun. But it was sitting in the back of my brain, and I wanted to post about it, so I did. There's that. Okay, there's. We all try our best. That's why we all have a support system. Ugh. So over the past week, I'd been doing a lot of overnights. And that's why I didn't do a whole lot of streaming. I was just doing overnights, and I was just tired. Still kind of tired, but I try to hold to my routine best I can. So here's what I know. So I'm on today till noon-ish, whenever I feel like being done. Tomorrow, I'm not streaming. Thursday is my long stream day, but it's going to be a little weird. I'm going to go from 9 to 10:30, or 9 to 10:45, somewhere in that ballpark. I have a short appointment at 11, so I'm going to hop off, do my appointment, and then hop back on. And I'm not going to leave the B-rate back up. I'm going to totally log off because it's a telehealth appointment, so I need my resources. And then I'll be back on. So Thursday is going to be kind of a split day, and then hopefully Friday. And this is assuming this is putting a lot of emphasis on assuming that everybody shows up to their fucking shifts. Oh, yeah, and that will cause a Crohn's flare-up, which will make you live on the pot for a few days. Not cool. Not cool.
Incoming ad break.
Oh, ad break time. Gotta pay the bills. Okay, so I got that one. diagonal. Okay, there we go. Yay! I figured it out. These odd little weird holes. Well, I do not enjoy you being in pain. It's yours. If that's what you want to name your band, it's yours. Full support. Full support. So, I had interviewed for a job a couple weeks ago. I just heard back on Monday that I was not selected. I sent them a gracious thank you for interviewing me note. So life is good. Yesterday, I had an interview with the state of Maine, and this was an eye-opening interview. Because back when I was training coordinator, I was in charge of keeping records for the agency, the training records and whatnot, and making sure that they were all up to date, XYZ. And yesterday I interviewed with the department that I was doing these records for. And I told the interview, I'm like, I used to do this on a smaller scale. And boy, I feel very small all of a sudden because I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm a little anal retentive when it comes to organization. So hearing about the upgraded job of what I was doing for almost 10 years was A, very exciting, and B, just I was like, oh my god, I feel so small. So I I interviewed for that yesterday, and I honestly I have no idea how it went. I had worked in overnight, and people like to do interviews on Mondays after I've done my overnight weekend. Just I don't know why, but it's always fun and exciting. So let's see. And whether or not I get the job or not, I've just learned that interviewing, and even if I'm not actually looking for a job, I don't want to waste people's time, but at the same time, interviewing sporadically keeps my skills a little sharper than normal. Not that I need sharp skills, but as a woman dealing and managing the ADHD, the practice helps. Yes, yes. In some systems, I have the anal retentive organization achieved. I want it in all areas of my life, but right now I'm just happy with a couple systems being organized to that extent. Okay, we got the 535 all done on this page, which makes me happy. Because you guys, I got distracted. I got distracted doing a TikTok. So I didn't get to finish the color with literally like 5 stitches that I wanted to do to get it out of the way. No other reason than that. And I try not to like make myself look less. But I'm also in the wide world of job hunting. People are scared to hire someone who's appearingly overqualified because they're like, oh, they're just gonna up and leave. No, how about I want something where I can sit back and just do my job well and be comfortable, because I think that's something that employers don't recognize if they hire someone. And I know it's not generally talked about, but let's be fair. Most people with ADHD and or autism will they'll just I didn't disclose it necessarily, but there are signs. Like the more I watch myself on video, the more I recognize that there are really loud, like neon flashing signs that hey, hey, hey. And that's okay. But I prefer to be overqualified and comfortable and sure of myself and my skills than to be like, I'll figure it out. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. You and it was funny because Monday when I was leaving, the administrator he came up and he thanked me because he's like you've been there a lot, and I'm like no shit. Like I'm not gonna like that it's not in my nature. And husband creature he's like, it's the thing that I love the most about you, and the same time I recognize it's the thing that runs you down.
Welcome, raw creature.
And we're supposed to be able to in the States, because they can't make a choice. They can't admit that they made a choice due to that, but if you disclose it, Americans are judgy bitches. Judgy bitches. There's such a stigma on it, and that's the hardest thing for me, is getting over myself and accepting and admitting and being comfortable saying I have autism and I have ADHD, and together they try to screw my life over. And being comfortable in that is one of my biggest challenges. Cesar's doing a little, he's doing a little foot twitchy thing. I just caught it. It's so fucking cute. Shh. For me, my diabetes hid the tism, because diabetes is such a structured. You need to have the structure. You need to have the routine. You can't stray. You need to do this. You need to do that, and it has its own little culture going on. So, to be fair, my diabetes hid the strong, and as puberty made things appear more, it hit it more. So, okay. So we are moving on to 986 for our color of the day. Maybe a couple of days. I forget how big this color is. 986. Oh, it's not that big. Okay. And I mean, I can't say that I came out fine, because I struggle. Like, I'm not gonna lie to people. I struggle. I ride the struggle bus every single day. But I still get out there and I try. And that's the thing, is ride the struggle bus. If you want to enjoy the struggle bus, enjoy the struggle. I don't enjoy the struggle bus, but I do ride it. And just get out there every day and try. Some days you're gonna win, some days you're not. And I just encourage people to get out there and try every day. I am very trying. I am a brat. Husband creature can confirm it even more. Like, I am a brat. But I do it with love. but yeah, the job I interviewed for yesterday is definitely interesting. It's Monday through Friday. It's a state job, um, making sure that the agencies throughout the state of Maine are all within compliance of the certifications and whatnot. Uh, and honestly, it's something I did for almost 10 years, except just for my agency. Um, and I have confidence that I can do it. And it's a hybrid job. It'd be 2 days in the office and 2 days at home, or 3 days at home. So yes. Well, my current boss, like, she'll have days where she's like, I gotta go work from home because her Crohn's is flaring. None of us hold that against her. Like, I, I, and I can say that my biggest enemy is myself, is I hold myself to my own standards. And that is, when I say it's ridiculous, I mean it. like 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 what jobs you've had in the past, Jules. I could see you being a shop, like a small shopkeeper, like just like a little bodega, or a little, like, when you blah, 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 when you were working in the clothing store kind of thing. I could see you rocking that out totally, because it's small. You don't have a lot of, like, yeah. I could totally see you being a shopkeeper kind of thing. I mean, I could totally rock being a shopkeeper, except I'm the boss bitch in the house. And I mean that with the best intentions, but I pay the bills, unfortunately. So, I I would love to be able to do something like that. I would love to be able to have a nice little part-time job, be able to contribute, maybe do some volunteer work, but in order to survive and live, I have to run myself into the ground. And unfortunately, that one's not be I'm not being facetious about that one. It's until the US decides to get some version of universal health care, um I have to do full-time W2 employment. I can't freelance, which I would also love to do, but that's kind of a death sentence. I I I legit I like where I work. Don't get me wrong. The hours are kind of crushing, and not being able to do as many craft fairs as I want is really starting to wear on my soul, because I love doing my crafting, but I can only make one or two markets this summer because I work all the weekends that the ones I really want to do are on, and getting someone to work my weekends is just near impossible. I love my residents. I some of them are my biggest inspiration. Like I'll go in and I go, Ethel, I need 5 colors. And she'll be like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And then I come back and I show her what I made with the colors that she picked. And she is just over the moon. Like, if you ever need an ego boost, do arts and crafts and show them to old people. Makes me feel good. And then I give them away to the old people. Nah, let's see. Saturday and Sunday, I was helping fix technology. Like they heard my voice, they're like, "Sarah, is that you?" And I'm like, "It is. Can you come help me?" Absolutely. So it was nice. I fixed some phones. And today I'm gonna help fix a tablet because I was like, Monday morning she's like, "My tablet's broken." I'm like, "I gotta finish what I'm doing, but Tuesday I'm doing the desk, so I can come in and I can help you. We'll get it all set up. You tell me what you want it to do and we'll fix it." So that's what I'm doing tonight. Is I'm going around and I'm fixing tablets. It was funny. Friday I went in um to work Friday into Saturday, and I get there and then an agency person shows up. And I'm like, okay. So I'd already working work I had already worked um 6 shifts that week already. So I was on 7 and I still had one more because Saturday is the end of our work week. Uh and the person comes in and I'm like, "Are you supposed to be here? That's why I was scheduled to come in is because because the agency person got yoinked or something like that." And she's like, "Yeah, I signed up for it yesterday afternoon," which my boss was gone. So no one was there to confirm, "Hey, you don't need to come in anymore." So I got Friday night off. But the problem was that I'd already taken my stay awake pills. So I was up all Friday night into Saturday. So, yeah. So while I got Friday night off, I was I was awake. But I think one of our overnights might be coming to the end of her days. She apparently was very, very bossy in the bad way for the agency person, and yeah. And yes, there's a good way to be bossy. Okey-doke. Oh, I did. I don't remember what day of the week it was, but I went out and I bought my my 792. I went in and I bought just the. Did I? No, yeah, I tried to buy something else, but it needed to be rung up by a cashier, and the cashier was helping someone do a return and sign up for their rewards card, and I was like, I'm not gonna wait 20 minutes for a $4 item. So I bought my thread and I left. And I honestly, I do need the item that I wanted to buy, because I have necklaces that I want to try to sell at some of my markets, but I don't have a good way to display them. So I do need the item. It's just was not happening. It was not happening that day. This color's confetti all over the place. Smooths out the edges. Yeah, there's only one big color left on this page, and it's everybody's favorite color, 939. I'm just avoiding it like the plague. I'll get every other color done first. It's funny, this piece of string is actually ending in a really good spot. I had to use scissors and clip two of my longer fingernails today because I have the thyroid fingernail problem where they're super duper brittle, and they like to they kind of just flake, and they flake like halfway down in, and it's like the surface flake, so you can't. I mean, if you file it, file it thin so it breaks anyway. So I was like, no, I just I clipped the nail and now I'm trying to adjust to having 2 shorter nails. Which is an experience all within itself. Okay, now.
I'm hungry.
Oh, he's hungry. I'm trying to get to like the kind of the top of this little arch here. So today is the last day to enter, even if it is international shipping, because I love giving out presents. Today is the last day to enter for the flower, for the Helix kit. If you want to check out my Facebook page, you can look at the flower. You can look at the helixes that are offered. And I could probably be persuaded to make more stuff. So depending on stuff. But today's the last day. I'm gonna close everything down. I'm gonna look at presents that were redeemed in June and whatnot. So and everybody's name's gonna go into a list, and I'm gonna do a random draw for 2 names. And I will legitimately ask who wants what. So it'll be a draw on a 2. And even if people pick the same thing, I will gladly do what needs to be done. So what does what look like? The flower? Currently, it's you and 2 of my aunts, Jules. And this is the flower. I still have to finish the stem. I'm not gonna. The stem is relatively short. I'm gonna attach a short wooden dowel to it. It's your entries and 2 of my aunts currently. Because I did post it on Facebook. Like, I posted it on Facebook. I didn't do anything. I didn't announce anything in Discord. That's on me. I had bigger plans, but life got in the way. Which is sometimes the story of my life. But it'll be up and running legit until midnight tonight. People can until midnight tonight. I will just the only thing people won't be able to do is the stream redeem. But I feel that there's enough ways to get some entries on Facebook that it can balance it out. No, it's mostly on me. It's kind of like with my media production. It's not that I don't have the ideas and I don't have the capabilities. I am exhausted and I have been using my free time for me. And I don't feel guilty about it, but when it comes to meeting goals and whatnot, sometimes I do. It's that weird balance of it's not pie, but there are consequences to my actions of inaction, I should say. And I mean, I recognize the price that I'm putting into things. It's part of the reason why, like, I want to take a week off of my work so I can maybe focus in on my getting my side hustle back up to speed where it's at maintenance level so I can just like feed into it. And I mean, there's not that much that needs to be done, but at the same time, with everything else involved, it feels like it is an overwhelming mountain of caca. And and while I am trying to clean my language up, I just like using different words sometimes. It was funny, my shift on Sunday, which went into Monday, I had to write a note because there was some there was a strong odor coming from a resident's room. Now, it wasn't the resident because I had been giving the resident I'd been right next to the resident, not in their room. So I had to write a polite note to have the odor checked on. I was like, there is a powerful but unknown odor. Can someone please look at it? And I had Monday off, so I don't know what came of it. This is such a weird bounce around color. And if you guys have not stumbled across Farming While Brown. He is a fantastic creator. Um, he kind of sounds like Kronk, and he is hilarious. He opens up almost all of his content with "What is it now?" and it's most of the time it's white people being dumb, and I'm all for it. Because I'm sorry. If there's one constant in this world, you can guarantee white people gonna be dumb. All those recessive genes. Watch me get attention for all the wrong reasons, says Raw. But I said it. I raised white rabbits. The reason that albinoism exists is a lot of recessive genes, and if you catch my drift, recessive genes are not a good thing. They are called recessive for a reason. White is a recessive color. I say this as a melanin lacking person. I think my phone's gonna yell at me here in a second. And not in a good way. Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious to see how right I am. Because sometimes my normal sugars feel like I'm in a low. So I'm gonna go check, see what my sugar's at. Apparently I lost my... Well, that's an interesting... I'll wait for it to yell at me then. So I might have to feed myself because my my retinopathy is rearing its ugly head and I can't see too well. So we're gonna enjoy cookies. Okay. Everybody got quiet. They all ran away. Mm-hmm. This piece of string is also going to end in a good area of like the conclusion of an arch. I'm trying to work from like, because it's a very, this color's very like, here's a ray, and here's where the ray stops, and here's another ray, and this is where it stops. So it's been very handy in that fashion. Mm. Mm-hmm. I might have to pick another color. I didn't plan enough ahead. That's okay though. I got plenty of colors. Okay, I'm gotta work up another piece of string. Go back over here. say my sugar's probably correct. There's the curly Q. Okay, that's there. That'll work. Okay. And then one left and two in this group of four. And then okay. Well, whew. Okay, that's the bottom where we're looking at. Okay, there's one more gap down. Okay, so we're going over there. Okay, all the way over. There's that, and then two, skip one, and three. One. Two, skip one, and three. Skip one, and one. Three. I scared everybody off. I'm sorry. I know my top of the hour ads are coming in here. Coming in soon. Okay. here. There's one. And I think then I gotta reset my story arch. Because I reached the conclusion of this ray. Can work my way down still. Yes. There's this here. And then on here.
Did you know you can pet me? Check out the Pet Cafe.
Creature is begging for pets, my friends. I'm actually kind of surprised at my stitch count right now. It's one of those days where it's like, I didn't think I'd get that many. Okay, I got one more cluster, and then this color is finito. I gotta go over, and then I gotta move down, and it's one last little cluster. And then I gotta pick another color. But it's a good problem to have. Okay, I gotta figure out where this color is. Yeah, figure it out, yo. Figure it out. It's in this area here. I've apparently amped up the dots. How? I don't know. I did it. All in the tone. Not what I said. It's all in the tone. Filling in the spots, connecting the pages. 2 color finishes today. Mind you, one was like a super duper little one, but I'll take a color finish. A color finish is a color finish. The dopamine. No, you're fine. No, you're fine. And I better not find pee when I go downstairs. Guys, lay down. German Shepherds. Lay down. Okay. Lay down. Pixie. Lay down. Caesar. Lay down. Boucher. Okay. What did I say? Did I stutter? Boucher. Good dog. Pixie. What did I say, Pixie? You're just gonna have to find a different spot then. Ma'am. Pixie. Boucher.
Incoming at right.
Oh my goodness. Are people watching and getting the ads? Now it's time to figure out what color I want to do next. I got 986 all done. Just a reminder, these are just page finishes. But no strict feedback. Relatively close to being done any colors in this entire project. Okay, let's go back up to the top, see what one's calling my name. And I'm kind of fussy about what color I want to do next. Like, I might just hop onto the smaller colors and just jump around today. Jump around. Yeah, I'm gonna do the last hour. I'm gonna jump around with little colors, but tomorrow, I gotta find the color. 3740. Tomorrow, I'm gonna fill in some grapes with 3746, but that's not today. Nope. Guys, seriously. Well, I'm still gonna be working on grapes, just not a big color of grapes. I'm gonna start out with 154, which is a maroon purple, red purple. Doopy-doo. But yeah, just gonna hop around little colors and I sincerely hope the dogs that choose not to pee on the floor because they think it is time to go out. Very funny. Well, I can't trust the little eyeball on my screen. It's like I never know who's what, where, and why. Okay. What? This is one of the situations where heaven and earth is kind of annoying. Like, I'm starting way up here because this stitch is all by itself. And I want it connected to the rest of everything else. So I'm starting at the very tippy top up here. And that's the only stitch in that area. And it's really kind of annoying. And like this color has a lot of jumping, and I think that's why I opted to make it like an alone color so I can curse at it silently without an audience. But here we are. So it's time to curse. Okay. The beginning is kind of rough, but now that I've got the two like super duper rogue individual colors, I can start filling in the darker grapes. The dark grapes. We're edging the grapes. Take that as you will. Oh, such a bad person. If it weren't for the gutter, my mind would be homeless. Okay, there's crying at my door. I'm gonna go put, I'm gonna put me on pause. I'll be right back to go make sure I don't have to clean up pee in a second. Crisis averted. And also, I am trying a new product. And it finally came in. It's called Therapet. It is supposed to, it's kind of like the Glade plugin, but it's supposed to calm your pets down. And Cesar is very anxious. So if I can get it to work, go me. I got three thingamadoos, and we'll see. We'll see how it works. I'll keep you all up to date. If you have an anxious cat or dog, I bought the dog version because obviously I have dogs, but they make a cat version too. So Mhm. Mhm. Got my sugar back. It's good range. I stopped it. The cookies stopped it. Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna do a ton of halvesies here. Well, not a ton of halvesies, but a couple of halvesies so I can know where I'm at. Mhm. Mhm. Looking at like 154 right now isn't a big color, but apparently somewhere down the line it became one. It becomes one, I should say. I think it's more in the pools of wine that I will encounter later. Mhm. String. Getting attacked by string. All the string. Where did I put my needle? The questions that we ask ourselves. There it is. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. There's one. Mm-hmm. Okay. I've decided my path. I'll go down to the bottom on the path I'm going, and then I'll come back up and go back down again. I might actually get this color done before noon. Maybe. Mm-hmm. So I think today after stream, I'm gonna get my doggy anti-anxiety things plugged in. I think I'm gonna have one in here, one in my bedroom, and one downstairs, where the dogs spend their most of their time. Count 3. Mm-hmm. Anyone still watching want to wager guess how many stitches I got done? It's under 200. That's all I'm going to give you because I'm not going to get over 200 before I end up stopping the stream. Under 200. Under. Less than. It was a confetti color kind of day. Oh my goodness. There we go. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo. Doopy-doopy-doo. If you're new to cross stitching, don't just do what I just did. Even if you're really good at cross stitching, I don't suggest doing what I'm doing. I've sunk many an hour into being comfortable in doing what I just did, which was fixing a boo-boo without having to pull all kinds of stitches. And I have a tool that'll fix the fuzzies when I'm ready to fix the fuzzies. Oh. Might actually have to fix the fuzzies sooner rather. Oh no! Well, I fixed the fuzzies tool as MIA, so oh well. I'll do it the good old-fashioned way. The good old-fashioned way, with a crochet hook. Which is not the good old-fashioned way, friends. It is not. But it is an end to a means to an end. Because I can get up in the hole and hook it down. Using different tools for rather than what they're used for. That is an ADHD life hack. Because what I am doing is I am hooking the fuzzy fibers down to the back because they don't need to be in the front. Well, the problem with a crochet hook is it hooks all the other thread too, not just what you want. So, but I do lace level crochet work, so I have the lace hooks. Oh my fuck! Of course, I'm using a size hook that I have not used before. What hook size is it? It is a 0.6 millimeter hook. So that was fun. I don't generally crochet in that size, so that hook has all kinds of potential. I eventually want to get down to that size, but right now I've been working at 1 millimeter. 1 and 1.5 have been the two that I've been playing with most recently to make some earrings. Okay. Investigate what I have left because this is the furthest down in this particular angle. I think I have a small cluster, and then I can finish the color on the page. So I might invest in that before I log off. Oh yeah, I'm gonna invest the time in like the 10 stitches I got left in the color. So we're gonna go
Hope
up.
everyone enjoys it here. Please follow the street.
Today might be one of the rare days I actually go till noon. Because it is quite literally like 10 stitches. They're just all over. And if anyone wants to guess how many stitches I did today, still under 200. Something weird going down the street. Might have to change string. Does not make me happy because there's so few stitches left. But I don't think I'm gonna have enough. Just because of the jumping involved. Gotta swap out the color. Well, I gotta swap out the piece of string because I just don't have enough. Even with my elite thread chicken skills, I do not have enough. There's just not physically enough string. But I will have gotten 3 color finishes today on the page, so that's something to do a little bit of a flex on. I don't know why we're crying. Skip one. And sometimes when you can't find the hole you want, go do it. Go do another one. Oh. I know there's literally one more stitch in this color. And it's the reason. All the way over here. All the way down and over here. Last stitch of the day. Okay. Started out today at 6.16%. I'm pretty sure we didn't go anywhere, but maybe we could hit 6.17. Oh, I'm kind of surprised. We got to 6.21. Okay, so started out at 6.16, got to 6.21. We did 192 stitches today and got 3 colors done on the page. I thank everybody for the gift of their time. Remember to drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, be kind to others without harming yourself, and my dogs are crazy. So thank you, everybody.
How are you doing today?
Well, we're doing good, Feature. We're getting ready to head out. So I'll see everybody on Thursday for my weird ass split stream, and I will be